Hi everybody, welcome to this headstand class. If you're just starting your hand balancing journey, this might be the class for you because we're going to work on going upside down, maybe for the very first time. You don't need any props. You can put your mat in the middle of the room, just like I did, or if you feel more safe close to a wall, you can do that too. But remember, you got this, so you don't need to use your wall. What you do need, though, is space, because you might fall out of your headstand, and what's happening then is that you're going to make a cartwheel. So when you feel you lose your balance, chin to your chest, and you're just going to roll over. So you don't want to have your dog or your cat or your boyfriend laying there on the side of the mat because you're going to hurt them. So make sure you have some space, and let's get started. You have two ways to do a headstand, and one way is not harder than the other, it's just a different way, and you're probably gonna like one more than the other. The first one I want to explain to you is the traditional headstand. In this traditional headstand, you're gonna have a triangle shape with your head being the top and your elbows being the side. So you have 3 points of contact to the floor, and that's why you might feel very safe to do so. On your head, you have a flat part. It's not really flat like the floor is flat, but it is a flatter part than, for example, your forehead or your ear or your chin. So feel where on your head that is. If you have beautiful long hair and you're wearing it in a bun on top of your head, you might want to put that away because you cannot headstand on your bun. You want to stand on your head. So feel where that is, and then your hands are actually going to come to the back as if you're chilling and lying there on your back in the sun, enjoying yourself. That's your position that you want to have on your headstand. What you want to do with your fingers, I like to have them like this. Some people like to have them against each other or intertwined, or do whatever feels good for you. Then you're going to go upside down, and there's actually a lot you can do and not a lot that you cannot do. But one thing you cannot do is jump. Don't jump into your headstand. If you're not floating yet, you might not be ready yet to go into your headstand. The thing is, when you jump, you can miss your point of balance and you can fall over, so you don't want to do that. So place yourself, your elbows can be a little bit wider than your shoulders, your hands, if you want to intertwine them or just have them together, and then your head on the floor and your hands behind them. This is your position for your headstand. It is not a passive position. It looks as if your arm's not doing a lot, but they actually are, because they're holding your whole body weight up. So what you want to do is you really want to push your shoulders into the floor by also activating the whole back and your chest. So as if you're pulling or pushing your elbow up. So all of that is happening on the floor. Then what you do is you lift your bum and you walk over to the front. If you have quite flexible hamstrings, this can be a bit easier. If you feel that your hamstrings cannot handle that, work on the flexibility of your hamstrings with one of our other classes, but you can also bend your legs a bit. So what happens then is that you bend them. But you do want to get your bum over your shoulder, because you want to have everything stacked. You want to have head, shoulder, butt, knees, feet. In the beginning, I would advise you to go into a ball, so a tuck shape. And then from that tuck shape, you can slowly go up. So it is not that you jump into it. So what I mean by that is this, because look what happens with my back. It is arched, and it means I can fall to the back. So what I want you to do is, when you walk to the front, see if you maybe can lift your toes. See if you can maybe lift your knees. And if all of that works, if you can go to a ball, and then from a ball, you can go up, down, and back into it. So that is your traditional headstand. If you want to make that harder, maybe first let's try it first. Shall we do 5 times or take a couple minutes to do it? So maybe 5 times is not yet for you, but let's see how it goes. So I'm gonna do it with you. Head, elbow, walk, lift, lift, up, down, and take a moment to breathe. Let's go again. So head, walk, walk, legs, up, down, and take a moment to breathe. Maybe you want to circle or circle your shoulders. Let's go again. So place your hands, walk all the way up, lift your feet, come back up, activate your shoulders, and slowly come back out of it. So that was 3. Let's do 2 more. And let's do the last one. So hands, head, walk up, and come back down. So that was your headstand. We now went into it with a very stable position, so from a tuck position. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can try to lift into it with a lot of compression, because you can also do it from a pike, sort of pike position. So that means that your legs are straight instead of tucked. You can do it from a straddle position. So you can lift into it and have your legs a little bit open. So to do that, you want to fold your mat into 2, because otherwise you won't slide. You do the same thing. Now you lift through a pike. So you can practice that in a negative way by going down and see if you can control it down, because once you can control it down, you can also try to work on controlling it up. Same thing goes for a straddle. Legs go open, legs go up. Legs go open, legs go down. So all different ways to work on your traditional headstand. Once you have the balance and you want to work more on playing in this balance, you can work on shapes. So you have very many shapes that you can do. You can do tuck, everything with straddle, everything with pike. Same thing you can actually do in a headstand or in a handstand. So if you want to work more on those, play with whatever your legs want to do. Maybe check out a hand balancing shapes class, because there we're going to work more on shapes, and then you can apply those shapes into this class. I told you there were 2 ways to do a headstand. The other one is a tripod. So you're still on your head, you're still into the triangle shape, but now instead of here, you're gonna have your hands next to your body and your head on the floor. You do want to have your hands a little bit in front of your head, because if they are here, you have one straight line with head and hands, and it's quite harder. So you always want to have that triangle shape. Then you want to have your fingers pointing towards the front of your mat, and you want to turn in your elbows. So it's not a shape, if you see it from the front, it's not a shape like this. It is here. So you balance on your head and you push with your hands to keep you stable. So let's try that. It's the same spot on top of your head. All the other things apply too. So you walk, you bend, And then if you have it, you pull it up and you tuck it in. So try both ways, see what feels safer for you, and then everything with the legs you can keep doing the same. So let's do 3 tripod handstands in a tuck. Then we're gonna fold our mat again. We're gonna try it in pike and we're gonna try it in straddle. So let's come into position. What you can do if your head starts to hurt a bit, you can always fold your mat or put stuff underneath it. But what happens if you feel that your head is hurting? Maybe you're not pushing out enough with your hands. So try to focus on that too. But now, enough talk. Let's do 5 tripod handstands. 3 tuck, 1 pike, and 1 straddle. So hands, head, walk, bend, bend, push out. Tuck in, and come out. Shake. Catch your breath. Let's go again. So hands, head, walk up with bent or straight legs, push, tuck, up, in, out, and shake. So let's do one more in a tuck position. Up, walk, tuck, up, in, and out. So shake it out. Let's go to our straddle one. So our hands, our head, our legs straight, and straight up, straight down. And take a moment to catch your breath. Shake it out. And then we're gonna try the same thing in our legs open in a straddle position. So place your hands, place your head, open up your legs, lift them up, and come out. So let's come back to our mat. I'll cool down a bit. We have been using our head quite a lot, so let's stretch our head. Grab your head, pull your chin to your chest. Look to your right elbow and to the floor, to the left and to the floor. Lift up, grab the side of your head, pull your ear to your shoulder. Not your shoulder to your ear, but your ear to your shoulder. And slowly release. Change sides. And release. Then change sides again. Now look down. And look up. Neutral position. And change. Look down, look up, neutral position, and relax. Roll your shoulders. Thank you for joining me in this head balance class. I hope you liked it. Have fun with all the other classes, have fun with practicing, and remember, you're doing great and it will only get better. Thank you. Bye.